What if a single stretch of road could decide the future of an entire county, saving lives, reshaping cities, and rewriting 16 miles of California history? California is about to build a highway that could change Riverside County forever, but the dangers and costs behind it will shock you. Riverside County, a place of sprawling suburbs, growing cities, and one of the busiest corridors in California. But behind the sunshine and growth lies a truth: commuter chaos and deadly roads. People spend hours stuck on Ramona Expressway, risking life and limb to get home. Accidents have become all too common, with this stretch averaging multiple fatalities and severe injuries over recent years, a nightmare for families and planners alike. Today, we dive into one of the most ambitious infrastructure megaprojects underway, the Mid County Parkway, a 16-mile transportation corridor that promises to end the bottleneck, save lives, and fuel a county's growth. But first, why does this road matter so much? Because what comes next reveals a deeper crisis and the high stakes behind every decision. In late 2025, the Riverside County Transportation Commission shocked the region by approving over $156 million in construction contracts for two key transportation megaprojects. One is the Mid County Parkway Ramona Expressway upgrade, and the other is Phase 2 of the SR60 Potrero Boulevard interchange, both designed to enhance safety, reduce congestion, and support Riverside County's explosive growth. Supervisor Karen Spiegel, chair of RCTC, delivered the message with urgency. Safe and reliable transportation is the foundation of our daily lives, connecting us to school, work, and the people who matter most. This isn't political fluff. It's the reason thousands of commuters will soon spend less time on broken, dangerous roads. But upgrading a highway isn't just about adding lanes, it's about rewriting history. The section of Ramona Expressway targeted for improvement isn't ordinary. This 8.6-mile stretch, between Ryder Street and Warren Road in San Jacinto, has been identified as one of Riverside County's highest priority safety corridors. Between 2017 and 2022 alone, this road segment recorded 14 fatalities and 17 severe injuries due to vehicle crashes. Think about that for a second. A road where death and devastation became routine. That's not just congestion, that's a crisis. And the problem was always this: a single lane in each direction, no medians, too many blind spots, and no room for error. But the Mid County Parkway plan doesn't just fix the road, it transforms it. The Mid County Parkway, MCP, is more than a project, it's a radical reimagining of how Riverside County moves. This 16-mile east-west transportation corridor will connect San Jacinto and Hemet to Interstate 215 in Paris, linking major highways and relieving congestion across one of the region's busiest travel zones. The improvements will modernize the corridor. 2 lanes in each direction instead of 1. Raised medians to prevent head-on crashes. Wildlife crossings to protect animals and drivers. Multiple signal upgrades for smoother traffic flow. A major new river bridge, we'll get to that in a moment. And this is only the beginning, connecting to transit hubs and expanding access to job centers, education, and regional travel. But the heart of this megaproject lies in a structure that will stand for generations. Because building that structure won't be easy, and the cost is staggering. In December 2025, global construction giant Skanska USA Civil West was awarded the $107 million contract to build the centerpiece of the MCP, a massive new bridge over the San Jacinto River. This isn't just any bridge. It's a 127-foot long, 58-foot wide cast-in-place box girder bridge, engineered to withstand seismic activity, heavy traffic, and decades of continuous use. Skanska's executive vice president explained what's at stake. Safety is a large component of this project. By widening the Ramona Expressway, we are addressing a corridor with a history of severe collisions. Improvements like the added raised median and new bridge over the San Jacinto River will create a safer, more reliable route for thousands of drivers every day. This bridge does more than hold cars. It symbols a new era of safe, modern mobility in Riverside County. But even this engineering marvel has pressured most people never see, starting with its timeline. Construction on the San Jacinto River Bridge and the expressway upgrades is set to begin as early as February 2026, with expected completion by June 2028. That means crews will be working relentlessly, laying foundations, installing wildlife corridors, expanding lanes, and building medians, all while keeping existing traffic flowing. Balancing safety and construction are like performing open-heart surgery on a highway with thousands of cars passing every day. The scope is intense. 13 kilometers of expressway widening, raised medians for traffic separation, wildlife crossings for ecological protection, habitat preservation and mitigation, over 177 acres protected. The environmental component alone is huge. Millions set aside to meet strict conservation standards, preserve protected species, and maintain land use balance. And that's just one part of the story. The Mid County Parkway wouldn't exist without a complex web of funding and partner agencies that worked for years to get here. California's SB1 transportation gas tax and the Solutions for Congested Corridors program, SCCP, provided tens of millions toward MCP improvements, helping push design and construction forward. Local leaders, including Assemblymember Corey Jackson, championed funding that secured over $63 million for the expressway upgrades and critical safety enhancements, including bike lanes and raised medians. This wasn't built by accident. It was fought for in budget meetings, in Sacramento, and behind closed doors where every dollar meant more safety, mobility, and opportunity for Riverside County residents. But this megaproject isn't the only transformation reshaping the region. The Mid County Parkway isn't an isolated road, it's a link in a network of growth. Riverside County is booming, with housing developments, freight networks, and commuter traffic growing faster than planners expected. The smoother, safer route means heavy checkmark reduced commute times, heavy checkmark increased access to jobs and education, heavy checkmark expanded freight mobility across Southern California, heavy checkmark better connectivity to transit and future transportation modes. But growth brings pressure. Roads that once moved light traffic now host thousands of cars daily. Without new infrastructure like MCP, congestion will choke regional mobility and economic potential. And the MCP isn't just safety, it's economic lifeblood. Yet the biggest impact may be unseen community transformation. Behind every concrete lane and steel beam are human stories. Parents racing to pick up kids, workers stuck in daily gridlock, emergency vehicles delayed by narrow roads. The Mid County Parkway addresses more than traffic, it tackles quality of life. Imagine, right arrow commuters who used to spend 2+ hours daily in traffic now arriving home on time. Right arrow safer streets where children ride bikes without fear. Right arrow businesses moving goods faster and cheaper. Right arrow jobs created during construction and beyond. These are real benefits felt by real people. And the voice of the community only strengthens the case for MCP's urgency. But even the best plans face risk, setbacks that could alter everything. No megaproject of this scale is without risk. Land acquisition delays, environmental reviews, supply chain constraints, and community opposition can slow progress. Final design began years ago, and only now has construction funding been secured. Right-of-way certifications and regulatory approvals have pushed timelines, and even the extension of funding allocations has been necessary to stay on track. Yet planners are determined. They've solved engineering puzzles before, and they're doing it again, under intense public scrutiny and political pressure. Because once the first shovels hit dirt, the real transformation begins. By 2028 to 2029, the Mid County Parkway will be more than a road. It will be a symbol of what determined infrastructure planning can achieve. Safer travel, economic opportunity, regional growth, and a blueprint for the future of transportation in the Golden State. This highway marks a shift, where ambition meets accountability, where safety meets engineering, and where communities meet their future. For Riverside County, this is more than a highway, it's a transformation written in asphalt and steel. From deadly roads to modern megaprojects, if the Mid County Parkway can be built, what massive project comes next in California's infrastructure revolution?